and I'll be your counsellor for today. And I was just curious, what has brought you into counselling today?
I found that I'm just having some trouble and quite some worries.
Can you tell me more about these worries?
My daughter, she's now 19, and I raising her by myself alone for just many years because I got divorced with my partner when she was 3, and now my daughter just moved away from home to have her uni and quite far away.
Yeah, well, you can see this is definitely a big change for you, and that you can see that like this is a big change, and it's causing you a little bit of stress, like just around how you feel about this move.
Yes, I just found it quite lonely at home without her. My house become just so cold and quiet and empty. Every time when I just come home after work, I just see a dark room, no one waiting for me, and I can just make my dinner, just cook my meal when I was so tired and no one sitting with me to have my meal.
Well, you can see that it's been very different at home for you since your daughter's moved out, and I can just see by the way you're sitting and the way you've been speaking to me that this is quite sad for you, made you feel quite sad.
Yeah, I feel my mood becomes so down for this period. I just so missing her so much.
Well, it definitely seems that from what you told me before, but I'm just going to check just in case. But how is your relationship with your daughter at the moment?
We're quite good actually. She likes to share with me the daily life things, no matter how little it is. And sometimes she will just make some cookies for me. But she might be busy for this time.
So it's a little bit inconsistent about when she's been talking to you.
We got a long time that haven't contact. The only way I can know how she's going is by the Facebook, Instagram, the posts she posts.
Well, it definitely seems that you've maybe not been like talking on the phone as much as you usually would, and that maybe you feel like the only way you can kind of know that about maybe what she's up to is just from what she's been posting on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, because I think she should be really busy. Because when she start her trimester, she seldom call me, and maybe once a month.
Well, I can definitely see that this has made you feel quite worried about how she's is, maybe because the periods of time between contact has been a bit longer, but how has that made you felt with the, maybe you're not talking to your daughter as much?
I just some kind of anxious, worry about her because she's not good at housework and she know how to make some bakery, but she's not good at cooking. But now she need to take care of herself on her own.
I can see that you're definitely anxious just in the way that you've spoken just today and with the tone of your voice about how capable your daughter is of just maybe that you're not around now, just around some of the more basic tasks like the household tasks and maybe just around cooking and stuff, and that you don't feel as confident in maybe how she is coping overseas at the moment.
Yeah, and also the COVID things. I just always worry, will she be infected?
I can definitely see that you care a lot about your daughter and maybe how she is, and I think I want to ask, like, how, when she told you that she was planning on moving overseas, how did that make you feel?
Actually, I'm quite proud, but some kind of worry, and at that time we just get a fight because I didn't agree her to move so far away at first time, but she just tell me that she had planned it for a couple of years as her dream university.
Well, I can definitely see that just from what you've just said then, that you're very proud of her, but also a little bit worried. But I did hear before that you just mentioned that you and your daughter occasionally had fights. Tell me more about these fights.
Yeah, I just yelled at her because our home finance situation is not that good. If she moved to overseas university to study, she will be really stressful. Need to work and study at the same time. I will not have that much ability to help her to pay the bills. So we just have a fight and argue with this kind of problem so much at the time.
How did your daughter take the fight? How did she react to you saying this?
She just finds so many evidence to prove that she can, but I'm still worried. And she's just a good girl. She didn't yell at me. Not like me. I just can't hold my temper, and yeah.
You can see just by the way that you're sitting that, just the way that you body language before, that you maybe felt a little bit disappointed in yourself around the way that you reacted to the fight.
Yeah, I think I just hurt her. But we just didn't get enough time to fix our relationship. Then she moved to her uni.
How does that make you feel that you can really talk to her and fix the problem at hand, maybe, as well as you, or like, how did that make you feel?
I just quite regret that I didn't apologize to her immediately, and now I can't find a good chance to do this, and I can't make sure that she feels alright because I can't see her. I can't even cook her a meal like before.
I can definitely see that you care a lot about apologizing to your daughter, making sure you say sorry, right, and that you just want it to be the right way. And I can see that you yourself can care, like you care a lot about the fact that you and your daughter have that relationship. That's good.
Yeah. Just I found that I can't cope with the loneliness.
I think that's definitely been, just from what you've said, like that you've been feeling this way ever since your daughter has moved, and maybe just the fact that this has happened, it's just added on to a little bit more loneliness you've been feeling at the moment.
Also, there got some change in my career life.
And must also just add on to a lot of the stress that's been going on right now.
Yeah, I just comes up with so many worries, and I'm not sure should I still work on my career. I'm a teacher, work at primary school, and I want to move to nearby my child.
Well, I can definitely see why you'd be feeling this way, just with the like that you just feel lonely. But I'm just a little bit cautious about the amount of time that we've got left in our session at the moment, as we've got just under 5 minutes left. But I just want to go through a few of the things that we've spoken about in this session, and I just want to check that I've understood everything correctly about what you've said to me today. So your daughter has, well, firstly, you've had a lot of issues with about how you've been feeling recently, just because your daughter, who's your only child, is a single parent. She's moved far away overseas, and maybe it's been big changes back at home, and it's made you feel a little bit, it's been a bit different at home. It's made you feel a bit isolated, like you're by yourself. And I think that because of this, you've kind of maybe not been feeling as well. You've been feeling very worried about your daughter because you don't really know what is going on with her at the moment. As you know, you haven't been able to phone call her or call her on the phone. The main way that you've been seeing her is through Instagram posts and Facebook posts, and that, you know, because you haven't spoken as much, you just feel even more isolated. And just before she moved away, that you had a bit of a fight with her about that you thought that maybe economically that you weren't able to support her as well overseas, about how far away she was. And I think that because of this, even though you've been working as the teacher for 20 years, I think all this isolation, stress and anxiety that's just been building up has just made you feel that you want to maybe move a bit closer to your daughter, change career paths, but you're still really unsure about what you want to do. Did I understand that correctly?
Yes.
Well, I think that this has been very good for you to come talk to me about this. I think it's very brave of you to come in and talk to me about this, especially as someone who's lonely, you maybe don't have the same amount of support that a lot of others do. So I think it's really good that you come in here today, and I think it will be very good for you. just from what I said before and what we've spoken about in our session today, what would you like to focus on in the next few sessions?
Maybe the loneliness.
The loneliness? I reckon we can definitely focus on that with your relationship with your daughter and how you're feeling lonely.